Well, if it's only a few minutes, then we're not in bad shape. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh, Mr. Black,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hint here. Based on the last game, we see that White has not reinforced the stone on the right side, but moved away. Consequently, we believe that the right thing for Black to do is what?
Attack it.
Good, yes. He doesn't defend the stone, so pincer it. Perfect.
Is there a reason to prefer one pincer over another?
Well, if you mean between high and low, either one should be fine. If you mean between close and far, the star point, you don't want to exceed a good extension from your other side. Because then you, unless it's necessary to pincer in the first place. That is, if this move were not a pincer, but this move were, you would play the pincer, because you have the pincer value plus the extension value, even if it's overextended to some degree. But if this is a pincer, then you want the perfect extension. This move has outstanding substantive value on this side, and the pincer value on this side, so you've got everything.
Okay.
With regard to this area here, you don't want to be so close, actually. You need to take away the stabilizing extension. But White is going to be pushed out in this direction, and you're not going to want to play over here. You're going to want to defend your stones over here. So consequently, as White moves up, if you're aligned further back, there's less back pressure, and you're less concerned about your own stone. See, now you come out this way, which is what you really want to be doing here. But in the game, because Black was closer here, now Black wants to play another move over here because he's afraid of White coming back behind in some fashion or another, which leads to these stones languishing. However, White helps Black out here. What White wants to do is to seal Black in, block Black's exit, link all of these stones together. Okay. First, let's touch this stone. Second, let's continue over here and hit it again. You can always come back and separate at a later date, but let's make sure of our group and collect our profits from this. This is not a bad outcome for Black if you consider if Black had been sealed in, he would be on the defensive. Here, this stone has been dumped off, this area is being enhanced, Black is completely secure, and there's still a disconnection left behind for a time when you want to take it. From here, there's not as good a follow-up against this stone, but it's premature. Now the game, you're just going to push and cut, and the game is just getting completely out of control. You end up giving away the stones that you just played. You want to strengthen this area first, then you're in a position to fight through here when the time comes.
Yeah, I have no idea why I connected there.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Sure. I think I'm inclined to trade off here. I think I'm inclined to do that. I want some substantive value for myself. I want to have some security. I'm not prepared to call this Black territory yet, but I'm getting some upfront profits first. This is the same thing, even though this is a handicap game, and black, that is to say, white has the expectation of being able to fight through here in some way and not get hurt. It's not about being hurt. This is not the big area. Let's just first see how this goes. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Black starts out well, and then continuing to press here, but why is black backing off? What is black afraid of? You see here, black is just playing, this is this, I didn't do that. Black is playing on this group to develop strength, but his real aim is over here. He's not concerned about these stones at all. He's just concerned about building his position up while white defends them. That's all he's concerned about. This is his area of interest here, these two stones. And so black wants to maintain maximum pressure on white. How does Mr. White answer this move? Here's Mr. White.
I don't know. Might play in the other corner. Come back later.
Is the thing that looks like a corner Joseki work, where you wedge and then cut?
This one?
Yeah. Or the other way?
This one?
Yeah.
No, mine's got the major learning problems. Yeah, this is going to be really rough.
Now what?
Die. Okay.
Yeah, force your way out.
Get out. Just living gote.
Like black can just sacrifice stuff and just.
Yes, these two stones are not material to black. Absolutely right. He can give them up. This is not about this area to begin with, but as it happens, there's no good way for white to take them. Now what? Life at last. By backing away, by letting up on the pressure, you gave away what you had coming to you, Mr. Black. You never, once you have your opponent in an area, you want to apply maximum pressure. It's not whether he lives or dies. You don't even care if he lives or dies. But here's an important thing to understand about attacking. The profits of attack are to some extent related on the strategic situation of what is available. But they are also related to the number of attacking moves you get. If you get one attack move, you get that much profit. If you get 10 attack moves, you get 10 times as much profit. If you get 20 attack moves, you get 20 times as much profit. So you're not trying to kill. It's not about killing. It's not about living or dying. It's not about anything. It's about profit. And the key thing about profit is the more moves you get, the more profit you get. End of story. So once you have the opponent in a position where he's weak and scrambling around, you cannot let up the pressure. Because if you let up the pressure, 30 moves turns to 20. 20 moves turns to 10. You're just giving away points. You're not being safe. You're just throwing away your profits. That's all there is to it. You have to apply maximum pressure when your opponent is weak, because not because he's going to die, not because you care whether he dies, but because you care how long the attack lasts. That's the key thing here. You don't let up, you don't back away. That is not the course of safety. That is the course of loss, of giving away your profits. Safety, in any event, is not even the course of safety. Safety comes from pressure. He can't counterattack because he's so short of liberties. He counterattacks, you call Atari and take some stones. That's where your safety comes from. Your safety itself comes from the pressure, not from backing away. Backing away is not more safe, it's less safe. Because as you back away and relieves the pressure, he has more things he can do that make trouble for you. So in through here then, the key thing from black's perspective in this area is this right here. Black backed off and let up under pressure. You don't let off on the pressure. Let me get the view up. But instead, I don't mean that. I mean this. What's happening? Oh, I can't, oh, that's cute. I don't know what's going on.
Delete maybe?
There we are. By blocking here, so you fill up a key liberty of this group. You ended up kind of using this, this potential for yourself later on anyway. You push through here, but in addition to the liberty, mostly it's about preventing your opponent's exit. Again, see, if white pushes in here, with this connection, white has lost a liberty, you know? Atari, dead. Deader. It's about keeping up the pressure, blocking his exit, filling his liberties, and denying him the chance to fight back. Only if he gets a couple extra liberties does he actually have the ability to fight back in the first place. So this is the key thing here. You don't let up on the pressure. You maximize your game, and also this is your focus. You're not even invested in this area. You're just playing on there to get what you're going to get your pressure. This really is your focus of interest. This is where you should be keeping your eyes. If, because of that, you know, as was said, if you end up dumping these stones to let white live, it doesn't matter. It's not material because this is where you're looking anyway. There's no need to concede here. You can take back everything on this side, and these stones are still not completely alive. You still have this this point to aim at in terms of taking the eye structure away from white. So black just got bluffed out here and ended up getting a tiny profit and letting the whole group live. This comes from kind of letting losing focus. Those two stones were your focus anyway, and black let white take his focus completely off of the real issue onto the side issue. This is one of the things that white relies on being able to do. So in through here, in addition to the fact that you can do this, and you shouldn't be afraid of it, if at the end of the day you don't feel that you can block from this side and separate, then let's just block from this side. You didn't get everything here, but you did separate along this line and block white out of this area. And now the corner is yours. White, so you have converted the corner into territory without spending a move.
Bless you.
Once you get here, I think I would just move on. What's left in the area is small. The issue here, how do you know the point of completion? I've talked about that over and over again in this workshop. The point of completion is when you have stability. Well, white's secure, white's alive, there is stability. So it's time to move on. What is remaining is just profit. And stability is about security, not about profit. This is a small point of tactics, but it's worth mentioning. You have a cut here and a cut here. Which side is white going to protect and which side is white going to drop?
Higher side.
Right. White is going to drop the higher side and protect the lower side. Consequently, you cut here. This is an enormous difference. I guess you would still play here in any event, but all of white's agi in this area has now vanished. You see why? That's why. But in the game, because you cut here, that's not true anymore. You can always tell which side the opponent will protect and which side they will drop. You can always tell. It's very easy, just where are the points? He'll protect the points, he'll protect the big points and drop the small points. He will always do that. You know for a certainty which one he's gonna do. There are some cases where it's evenly divided, and then you know for a certainty he'll take whatever stone you put down and let the other side drop, if it's evenly divided. But if it's not evenly divided, he will take the big side and give you the small side. So cut where he's not going to take your stone. A little point of tactics here, but look at the importance in this very game. The bad agi in the center that was created because of the wrong cut. You gave white an entire move. It's not just one stone now, or 1 point, but you gave him an entire move because he can come back later on and create trouble for him. And the other way he couldn't. Whoa. So on the one hand, I can see that, with white having become strengthened through here, black is starting to feel a little bit skittish. But still, if you look at the battlefield, white is not so badly outnumbering black that black really needs to use emergency tactics to defend his group. This is a defensive tactic, but it's not necessary. Black can just move out.
It's time to move on to the next game.
Okie doke. Just move out. There's nothing here that is that threatening to black. Now through here, when you push this way, you're incurring a horrendous loss here. There's nothing left for black but to play this way. Yeah, you're taking a much bigger loss than you needed to. Whenever you have a crosscut like this, you're giving up something substantial. Well, this could have been worse. Since black is out to the center, there's nothing left here but points. White should move on. This is understandable. Actually, I think black should play here.